allegedly committed by him before his extraordinary rendition to Nigeria. The law.
Did I not told you guys that nobody should expect anything good from Justice J.Omotosho's court? It's happening right now. Justice J.Omotosho said, Nnamdi Kanu extraordinary rendition does not matter. That he was properly brought back to Nigeria. That they cannot use the judgment based on foreign courts to determine in Nigeria. So guys, I will not waste your time. You will watch it live and direct. Let's get there.
Must be produced in court for examination. The appellant failed to produce any document in proof of these forged documents. Allegation of such forgery in any civil matters is criminal in nature. Therefore, proof is beyond reasonable doubts. See also the case of Muni vs. Federal Republic of Nigeria, among other authorities. The evidence in proving an unlawful extraordinary rendition must be oral evidence obtained which allows the adverse party to cross-examine the defendant on his oral evidence. The defendant only swore to an affidavit. So the fact that the affidavit evidence is best used in civil proceedings, where the standard of proof is on balance of probability. The affidavit filed by the defendant is grossly insufficient to establish if indeed he was extraordinarily rendited or he was illegally brought to Nigeria. The gaps in evidence will therefore mean that no evidence was led regarding the extraordinary rendition. Assuming, without conceding, that there was evidence regarding the extraordinary rendition, the court will consider the effect of the extraordinary rendition on the validity of the trial of the defendant. The defendant, in his written address, has argued strenuously that the way he was brought back from Kenya was illegal and thus vitiates his trial before this court. He relied heavily on the decision of the Court of Appeal in Federal Republic of Nigeria versus Kanu, in appeal number CA/ABJ/CR/625/2022, delivered on the 13th day of October 2022 on the issue. The court held, and I quote, "The consequence of this session, I hold that the respondent is prohibited from being detained, tried, or otherwise dealt with in Nigeria for or in respect of any offense allegedly committed by him before his extraordinary rendition to Nigeria. The lower court thus has no jurisdiction. I further hold to try the appellant on counts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, and 15, which were retained by it, being charges allegedly committed by the appellant prior to his extraordinary rendition. In addition, by the forceful adoption and extraordinary rendition of the appellant from Kenya to the country on the 27th day of June 2021, in violation of international and state law, the lower court or indeed any court in the country is divested of jurisdiction to entertain charges against the appellant, and I so hold, unquote. When this issue came up before the Supreme Court, the Apex Court, in Federal Republic of Nigeria versus Kanu, in SC/CR/1361/2022, delivered on the 15th day of December 2023, the Apex Court held per ML Gaba JSA, and I quote, I quote my noble Lord M.L. Gabbard, JSC. I agree with the learned senior counsel for the appellant that the procedure used in bringing or producing the respondent before the trial court for the trial of the offenses in the counts of the charge in questions in respect of which he was validly arraigned did not affect or even go to the statutory jurisdiction of that court to proceed with that trial. The procedure, mode, manner by which the respondent was produced before the court is in before the trial court is in law extraneous to the statutory jurisdiction vested or conferred on the trial court to try or adjudicate over the offences in question, particularly after the valid arraignment of the respondent and his plea thereto. The procedure used in producing the respondent to face his trial after the arraignment and plea to the offences and after jumping the bail granted to him by the trial court cannot reasonably be said to deprive or rob that court of the requisite statutory jurisdiction to adjudicate over or try the offences in questions. In the above premises, the lower court, which is with the respect due to it, took its eye off the balls when it filed off the statutory jurisdiction vested or conferred on the trial court to subject it to procedural law dealing with the procedure for the arrest, extradition, or rendition of runaway fugitive offender to and from the foreign country. The provision of Extradition Act Cap E25, Laws Federation of Nigeria 2004, articles and parts of the UDHR 1964 and pronouncement of foreign courts on them referred to and solely rely on by the lower courts to hold that the procedure used or employed to produce the respondent before the trial court to continue his trial had robbed that court of jurisdiction to adjudicate over or try the offences in question, did not create, define or punish the said offences, neither did any of them confer or vest the statutory judicial power and authority or jurisdiction to try adjudicate over the offences in respondent, was charged with and validly arranged for. Rather, they all merely provide or prescribe for the general procedure to be adopted in respect of their respective subject matter that do not include and have nothing to do with creating, defining, or punishing offences, and vesting or confining judicial power and authority or jurisdiction on courts to adjudicate over or try such offences. Once again, these laws and rules, conventions, etc., do not take away, deprive, or rob the jurisdiction of the trial court to adjudicate over or try the offences the respondent was arraigned for on the basis of procedure used or employed to bring or produce him before the trial court for continuation of his trial. I must emphasize that even this court, as the apex court in Nigeria, cannot, by pronouncement, take away, deprive, or even fetter the jurisdiction or conferred or vested on the court of record by the constitution or a statute, let alone pronouncement by foreign courts on such foreign international convention, treaties, and agreements, or even if domesticated. In this result, the issue is resolved in favor of the appellant to the effect that the trial court is statutorily vested or conferred with the requisite jurisdiction to adjudicate over and try the offences in the retained count of the charge the respondent was validly arraigned for, and that the procedure used and employed to bring or produce him for the continuation of his trial did not rob or deprive that court of jurisdiction. It was an error in law for the lower court to resort to and hold that the procedural law or entirely different subject matter of arrest, extradition, or rendition of runaway fugitive offenders accused person from foreign country deprived or robbed the trial court of the statutory jurisdiction. My Lord arguing in the same case also adds, and I quote, the established case law through the cases is that even though a strict alliance to statutory prescriptions concerning pre-trial criminal processes, the processes for bringing the accused to court for trial is a sine qua non for fair trial, violation of the fundamental rights of an accused person or other unlawful action by the prosecution at the pre-trial stage give the accused person the right to action for remedy for violation of his fundamental rights and other civil remedy and has no effect on the validity of
is happening now. That is why they are planning to eliminate him, and it will never be possible. Omotosho is in trouble. Yes, he's in trouble. He should get it right now before it's too late. He should do the right thing now before it's too late, because tomorrow you will see a different thing.
Okay, good day, my esteemed listeners. November 20th is already at hand, and for a fact, we know that Aso Rock is under a serious panic. Serious panic. And I say again, serious panic, because we saw what happened today. The president of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, did not travel again because of because of tomorrow's proceedings. And as I'm talking to you currently, from the information we are gathering, it's as if he's in a meeting with the judiciary. The other day he won the judiciary, and as regards injustice in Nigeria, he was trying to talk to Omotosho, Aruna of the Appeal Court, and Mohammed of the Supreme Court. We see what's happening today, and we know that any illegal judgment or pronouncement against Nnamdi Kanu might revolve or might result to a civil war in Nigeria. So Omotosho and the like should be careful as regards what they do tomorrow in court, because Nnamdi Kanu has not done anything to warrant him be sentenced to life imprisonment, just like we are hearing, or sentenced to death, because Nnamdi Kanu was prophesying as regards the killing or the invading of this Fulani bandit against the Christians, against the the Yorubas, and against the Igbos, and that's what is currently happening. So I don't know why Nnamdi Kanu is being held up to this moment in the DSS custody, and this is so alarming that this man 10 years ago he predicted that the Fulani will come, and their plan is to what Islamize the country called Nigeria, and that's what's currently happening. Yesterday, let's not forget, we also saw what happened in Abuja yesterday. PDP, they are finally calling on Wike to finally intervene as regards the current current travail they are currently facing, because according to them, they say democracy has ended in Nigeria, just like a lot of people say that what Nigeria has ended since 2014, that 1914 to 2014, over Nigeria has lasted 100 years, that according to the British Empire, that was the agreement they had with the Nigerian leaders back then, that after 100 years they were finally they will finally dissolve Nigeria. And Nnamdi Kanu has said it. He said he will use the truth to end Nigeria, and that's what's currently happening presently, because Tinubu is under massive pressure as I'm talking to you. Even today, we're not supposed to have traveled to South Africa and Angola for meetings, but he had to cancel it. As I'm talking to you now, just like I said, he's in a meeting. He's in a meeting because the American government are angry, and Trump has said it, but it's as if they are taking Trump words for, they are taking it as a joke, because Trump has given them time for them to cope or reduce insecurity in Nigeria. But it's as if the present government are adamant, because just like what they said there's no genocidal killing in Nigeria. There are no agenda against to kill the Christians. But we saw what happened yesterday in the Kwara State, where bandits attacked a CAC church in Kwara State, where members had to run for their dear life, and some were even kidnapped. So same thing is happening same thing happened in Kogi, where the people were kidnapped, and it's as if the insecurity is getting worse. As the president of Nigeria, I expect Tinubu to have called the military to order to go and destroy, give them time frame to go and crush and destroy these Fulani bandits. But it is not happening. It's as if the president is not. Even the other day we saw him call Sultan of Sokoto. Is he supposed to call Sultan of Sokoto, or is supposed to what? Destroy this the Fulani military base. Mr. Africa, what do you have to say as regards, Tinubu in a current meeting with the judiciary and Justice Omotosho for tomorrow's Nnamdi Kanu proceeding?
See, my brother, good evening, everyone. Good evening as you are listening to us. See, the first thing I will be saying is that yesterday, our one of the top pastor in Nigeria, who happens to be one of my best pastor, Pastor Adeboye, he said something, and I saw light in what he said. He said that we should start begging Donald Trump, because if Donald Trump attacked as he has planned, that Nigeria will be no more. He said we should beg Tinubu. Yes, we should beg Tinubu to take heed, to meet Donald Trump and tell Donald Trump that he is going to do something about what is happening in this country. He said something. He said he gave Nigeria 100 days. That after that 100 days, if Tinubu did not do the needful, Donald Trump will attack.
But Tinubu is not doing anything. Well, you can see that Tinubu is not doing anything. He's not doing anything.
Yes.
No plan, no move. He's not coming out to talk to the masses. I don't know, but we know that it's under pressure. But the thing is getting worse. And why is he still keeping Nnamdi Kanu in the DSS John?
This Nnamdi Kanu is the issue that Nigeria has. Not only Tinubu. Remember, Nnamdi Kanu has been there before Tinubu came in. You understand? Now, if Nnamdi Kanu is not the issue, he is not who they see as the issue, because that is what they are seeing. Because this man is a man that shed light. Everything that he has said concerning Nigeria is coming to reality now. See the one that happened in Kwara. See the one that happened in Kebbi. Don't you see that whatever that man have said is coming to reality now? Everything is happening now. The kidnapping, the banditry, everything is happening now. That is why they are planning to eliminate him, and it will never be possible. Omotosho is in trouble. Yes, he's in trouble. He should get it right now before it's too late. He should do the right thing now before it's too late. Because tomorrow, you will see a different thing.
But do you think that any wrong pronouncement on Nnamdi Kanu can finally divide and end Nigeria?
Definitely. Because people are ready.
Because Lex also already said, he said Nigeria, it's as if he has an information that Nnamdi Kanu might be sentenced to death, just like Ken Sawuru of 1995, the environmental human rights activist. Yes. But do you think that Omotosho has the ball to finally sentence Nnamdi Kanu to death, and at the same time, or sentence to life in prison?
That is where the division will happen. As Towori have said it, that he has seen it, that they will sentence him. And if that comes to reality, then the division that people have been praying for, that the Biafran has been praying for, has come to reality. Because the Yoruba, the Hausa, this man said something, and what's his name? Atiku Isa, the Nance. He said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is even popular in the prison.
So imagine.
So for you to know that people are even supporting him in the prison, not to talk of people that are in Nigeria here. So if Omotosho sentenced him, then that is the beginning of division in Nigeria. Just believe it and hold on to that.
That will be the end of Nigeria. Okay, but for what we are hearing presently, a lot of people are saying that but we've said the IPOB come out to attack Shegumi in the time past, because Shegumi has at one time said that the government should arm the Igbo youth so that they can fight the kidnapping and if possibly the Biafra government. But do you not think that the same thing Sheikh Gumi said, that was the same thing Nnamdi Kanu said that has landed him in trouble?
Yes. Even this same Sheikh Gumi is saying another thing now. He is now advising federal government that they should fund these people, that they should bring all these banditry, they should bring them closer. That they should bring them closer, they should pump money. That was yesterday. They interviewed him yesterday. That they should pump money into the banditry. That these banditry are still the one that will save Nigeria. Look at, is there sense in what he's saying? People that we are supposed to be finding a way to take them away from this country, you are now saying we should start sponsoring them, that they will be the one to help Nigeria when war comes. Look at the way the man is thinking.
Wait, why is it that the government had that man to arrest someone like Sheikh Gumi? Because because he's talking as if he knows where the bandit. He said he knows where the bandit
He knows where
he
they
knows
are.
them. He wants to negotiate with them. He's just so adamant that let me negotiate with these terrorists. Do you not think that this guy should not be arrested if we're to be in a sane society or a sane country?
That is where you know that our government are also involved. Remember what happened was it 3 months ago that the governor of Zamfara, he said something. He said that after that he's carrying out a research. Zamfara, that he's carrying out a research. That as he's carrying out those research, he's discovering that our government are the one behind, they are the ones sponsoring all these people. Now, Sheikh Gumi, that is the reason why they cannot arrest Sheikh Gumi, because he is the one in front. He is the one in forefront. If they touch Sheikh Gumi, this buying will continue. It will never even end, because it's just like he's the spokesman. He's the one taking money. He's the one delivering the money to the bandits. He's the one carrying the arm. He's the one giving it to the bandits. So he has a close relationship with them. So there's nothing we can do. And I was with someone yesterday. He said something. He said the only thing is, if Sheikh Gumi is being attacked, then that will be the end of this bandit. If Sheikh Gumi is being attacked, that will be the end of banditry. And he's saying the fact, because this is the person that is speaking to them. He's the mouthpiece. He's the mouthpiece of the governor to the banditry, and his mouthpiece of the banditry to the federal government. So why are you still keeping this person that is giving them expo? Let me just say expo is the one giving them Nigerian plan. If Nigeria is planning, if Nigerian military, they are planning to attack these people, this same man got the information before the information get to them. You understand? So and we all know that this man was once a militant. So why can't you just hold him down, arrest him? Why keeping the man that you are supposed to free, Nnamdi Kanu, èèyàn tó yẹ kẹ́ free, you are supposed to free him.
Are you seeking an out-of-court settlement with the federal?
You are supposed to free him.
Okay, but what are you expecting tomorrow in court finally? Do you think that Omotosho, me personally, I think Omotosho doesn't have that ball to lead Nnamdi Kanu. They might want to adjourn the case again. Although Nnamdi Kanu said, he has insisted that what, you cannot try me with a repair law, a law that is not in existence. He has said, what law or what basis are you guys trying me? But up to this moment, the judges have not given, or Omotosho have not given him an answer to that. But do you think that although Nnamdi Kanu is a smart man, if Nnamdi Kanu were not a smart man, we know that Omotosho would have used this repair law to try him, but Nnamdi Kanu was smart enough. But what do you think will happen tomorrow in court? Do you think Omotosho will go ahead? Because a lot of people have said, if Nnamdi Kanu, just like we said, if Nnamdi Kanu, is sentenced to life imprisonment, that will be the end of Nigeria. Or do you think the case will be adjourned again for Nnamdi Kanu, for them to give Nnamdi Kanu more time to open defense, as you have said?
Are you seeking an out-of-court settlement?
Justice Omotosho knows the truth. Remember October 10, was it October 10? Remember everything that he said in the court. It shows that this man knows that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should have been freed.
It's whatever they say is that will happen.
So what will happen tomorrow in court is that Justice Omotosho is ready to play safe. He won't want to take the blame from the federal government, and he won't want to take the blame from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So he's going to play safe, which means that tomorrow will be the final day that they will go into court. It will be adjourned. Definitely it will be adjourned. And I'm saying it that if it was adjourned, if they adjourn it tomorrow, federal government is going to change the judge again. Don't be surprised. Federal government will change the judge the same way they did. Do you understand? They will do it again. They will do it again, because Justice Omotosho will not give room for everything that they've been doing, and they will want to use that opportunity to say, okay, bro, sit down, let another person.
They should tell me what they want to do.